Hey guys, welcome to the Synastry reading of Jungkook and Jimin. This reading has nothing to do with shipping or portraying them as a couple. Rather, it's just looking at their interaction and influence on one another from an astrological perspective. I'll start by looking at some general compatibility. Jimin is primarily influenced by air and water elements based on his personal planets. His Sun, Mercury, and Moon are in air signs Libra and Gemini, and his Venus and Mars are in water signs Scorpio. His Sun in Libra and Moon in Gemini suggests that Jimin is a lover with the soul of a communicator. He is expressive and communicative, possessing a balance between logic and emotion. Although Jungkook has one planet in each of the air and water elements, he primarily operates through a heavy earth element with his ascendant Sun, Moon, and Mercury all in earth signs, Capricorn and Virgo. He's practical, disciplined, and matter of fact. His Sun and Moon in Virgo along with his Capricorn ascendant indicate that he is an analyst with the soul of a perfectionist, wearing the mask of a realist. Elementally, Jimin's water and Jungkook's earth are complementary. This helps them to connect and understand each other on a deeper level, as they are both open to each other's influences and reflective about their own inner processes. However, Jimin is more optimistic, versatile, and talkative than Jungkook with his air, while Jungkook is more pragmatic, serious, and reserved than Jimin with his earth. On one hand, Jimin, who lacks earth in his chart, can often feel frustrated by Jungkook's slow and methodical approach. And Jungkook can dismiss Jimin's ideas and perspectives as unrealistic or impractical. On the other hand, this difference can make Jungkook a stabilizing force, providing consistency and a sense of groundedness to their interaction, while Jimin brings emotional depth and a creative, lively spirit to their interaction. Jimin's Sun and Mercury fall in Jungkook's 9th house. This shows that Jimin widens Jungkook's horizons, introduces him to new ideas, and influences his worldview. Jungkook can learn a lot from Jimin. On the other hand, with Jimin's Sun opposite Jungkook's Saturn, Jungkook can resist Jimin's influence, rejecting his ideas and opinions, as he can often perceive Jimin's suggestions as a threat to his sense of control or personal authority. Jimin's Sun basically intensifies Jungkook's need to uphold his own rules, boundaries, or sense of control. This opposition can bring out Jungkook's blunt, insensitive, and self-centered tendencies, reflecting the qualities of his Saturn in Aries. As a result, Jimin might feel frustrated and undermined by Jungkook's lack of openness at times. Saturn often denotes karma in astrology, especially when it's mutually aspected. Jungkook's Saturn is opposite Jimin's Sun at 0 degrees, while Jimin's Saturn is conjunct Jungkook's South Node and opposite his North Node at 0 degrees. The 0 degrees influence is very strong and prominent. While the contact to the nodes suggests a past life connection and a sense of karmic tie, the Sun's hard aspect to Saturn emphasizes a karmic debt, introducing additional complexity and a sense of purpose to their friendship. Jimin's Sun, under the tight influence of Jungkook's Saturn, may indicate a karmic debt that Jimin owes to Jungkook. This karma may require Jimin to help Jungkook become more assertive, honest, and direct in his communication, as indicated by Jungkook's Saturn in the 3rd house. Additionally, Jimin's North Node on Jungkook's midheaven shows their current karmic cycle related to Jimin's role in Jungkook's career and public life. Conversely, Jimin's South Node is conjunct to Jungkook's IC, or his 4th house cusp, pointing to a possible past life family connection. The nature of their interaction is deeply personal or emotionally charged. While the intensity of Jungkook's Sun square to Jimin's Moon may vary depending on Jimin's exact birth time, there will be a general sense of disagreement and clash between their emotional and personal expressions. Jimin is emotionally enthusiastic and prefers to enjoy light and impersonal emotional connection, though the house placement of his Moon may modify these tendencies. Generally, he tends to avoid heavy emotional engagement and seriousness indicated by his Gemini Moon. In contrast, Jungkook is deeply introspective, driven to refine his ego and identity through heavy self-analysis. While this drive can lead him to his highest potential, it can also involve painful self-criticism and feelings of inadequacy, as indicated by his 8th house Virgo Sun. Jungkook's depth, realism, and pessimistic outlook can weigh down Jimin's desire for lighthearted interaction and fun. Conversely, Jimin's instinctive need for mental stimulation and versatility may frustrate Jungkook's preference for order and structure. This requires extra effort and patience for them to understand and accommodate each other's needs. Jimin's Pluto square Jungkook's moon brings emotional and psychological challenges to their dynamic. With the influence of the moon's illumination, Jimin experiences a heightened sense for the darker aspects of the psyche, including the perceptive insight into psychological patterns, compulsions, and hidden motivations. Their interaction can force both to confront deep-seated psychological issues and shadows. However, Jungkook is likely to feel uneasy in this situation as he may experience a heightened sense of vulnerability and exposure during his interaction with Jimin. This discomfort arises from his awareness of the emotional power dynamics at play. Jungkook recognizes the significant influence Jimin holds over his emotional state, which can manifest as the ability for emotional control or manipulation. Consequently, Jungkook may find himself feeling particularly exposed or susceptible to Jimin's emotional impact, leading to a heightened sense of unease and sensitivity in their interactions. Jungkook also has similar perceptive insights into Jimin's mental processes with his Pluto sextile to Jimin's Mercury. But the difference is that the sextile aspect doesn't feel threatening to Jimin. If Jungkook can tame or lower his instinctual defensiveness to Jimin's ability to reflect his internal insecurities, their interaction could lead Jungkook to profound self-exploration and deep introspection. Overcoming his defensiveness can allow him to benefit from the emotional depth and insights offered by their friendship. There may be a strong ability for them to influence or persuade one another through words. While Uranus trine Mercury can foster an almost psychic mental connection, there is a potential for misunderstandings. They might misunderstand each other's choice of words, a tone of voice, or attitude, and this is indicated by Jimin's Mercury square Jungkook's ascendant. To avoid miscommunication, it's important for them to slow down and seek clarification to ensure accurate understanding, instead of assuming the meaning behind one another's words and intentions. In relationships, Jungkook's Venus opposite Saturn suggests a resistance to being confined by specific roles or social expectations. This resistance can also lead to difficulties with making compromises, which can affect his ability to form deep connections. To navigate this dynamic, Jimin may need to understand and accept Jungkook's need for personal power and control without interpreting as a personal rejection. If Jimin can allow Jungkook some space and freedom to be himself, they can enjoy the more harmonious and generous aspects of their interaction. Despite the differences and challenges they face, their softer and more compassionate qualities enable them to see that they truly care about each other's well-being. Their underlying affection and concern for each other can help them maintain a strong bond. The contact between Jimin's Sun and Jungkook's Venus fosters mutual affection, respect, and sympathy, encouraging them to express love, affection, and appreciation more openly towards one another. In this dynamic, Jimin's sense of identity and core vitality blends seamlessly with Jungkook's social needs and what he finds pleasing. They naturally resonate with each other's tendency toward harmony, balance, and fair give and takes in social relationships. The Libra Sun and Venus motivate them to create peaceful and pleasing interactions. A sextile from Jungkook's moon to Jimin's Venus can help soften any harshness or friction indicated in their synastry. This Venus-moon contact helps them bond with emotional sensitivity and closeness. Jungkook can nourish and encourage Jimin's ability to relate and bond, while Jimin's desire to make Jungkook feel comfortable and loved makes Jungkook feel nourished. The foundation of their relationship is built on deep trust, which help them navigate and forgive each other's flaws and mistakes more easily. That's all I have for you for this synastry reading. I hope you found it informative and insightful. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.